We are taking things back to the basics on Needlepoint 101 today. This is how you start stitching. Obviously to start, you need your canvas, you need some threads, you need a needle, you need scissors. That's kind of like the basic of what you need to get started. Obviously there's like a lot of fun accessories you can get and like cool little things to just make your needlepoint craft era more exciting. But just to start, you need your canvas, thread, needle, and scissors. There are two pretty standard stitches that most people recommend as like the baseline. It's the basket weave stitch and continental stitch. So the difference between basket weave and continental is basket weave, you're stitching kind of at like an angle and you're going down, where continental stitch is you're going down an entire row and then coming back the entire row. To me, continental stitch is the easiest stitch to learn on. It's super straightforward. You're just going down and back and down and back. So let me show you. So to do the continental stitch, to start, you go in from the bottom left, pull it through, then you're going to cross up and over to the right. Since we're going from the right to the left, our stitches are going to go from the bottom to the top. Bottom to top. Bottom to top. Let's say that's the end of our row. So now we need to come back. So we are going to go from the left to the right. And when you go from the left to the right, you're starting at the top, stitching diagonally to the right, down. So you are going to share a box with the row above, and then you're going to go down and over. Top to bottom. To bottom. The thing you really have to keep in mind is your stitches will always be slanted to the right, and when you're going from right to left, you're stitching bottom, cross over right to the top right corner, and when you're stitching from left to right, you're starting in the top right corner and stitching down. When I first started stitching, pretty much when I did my entire canvas, I had my phone open with a note with that exact formula, so I knew I was stitching right. It takes a second to get the hang of, but once you have that formula down, it just starts to become muscle memory, and it makes needlepointing so mindless and really straightforward. Another trick that is a good way to just double check your work is to flip your canvas over to the back and to see what your back stitches look like. When you flip your canvas over to the back, there should be no white space. This is completely covered, which means my stitches are going in the correct direction. This is a big canvas I've been working on, and I'm not perfect, so I actually have some stitches on the back that are not correct. The back of your canvas will start to get pretty messy, but this is how you can tell if your stitches are correct or not. So you want the back of your canvas to be completely covered. So if you look at this dog, all of the background is covered. There's no white canvas poking through. If your stitches are incorrect and you're going the wrong direction, it will look like this. This up and down line right here, you can see the horizontal line from the canvas poking through, and that means when I was stitching, I reversed it. So rather than going from right to left, bottom to top, and left to right, top to bottom, I did it backward. So again, just keep the little note open on your phone or write it at the top of your canvas, and just keep that in mind as you're stitching. And looking at the back of your canvas is a really great way to check your work and just see if you're doing it correctly. Hope that helps. I know that starting a new craft is so overwhelming, but needlepoint really is so straightforward and mindless once you get the hang of it. But I'm here to help, so if you need anything, comment it below and I will answer your questions.